What if the limits that you believe in are just habits of your thoughts? What if one bold question every morning that you wake up could unlock infinite potential and complete different version of who you are? What if? What if? That is the question I want us to ponder on. That is the question I want us to have a conversation around this week. On this week's episode of Mind Shift with MinistaMike, I want us to ponder and have a conversation around the question, what if? I even want us to create what I call a what if list every single morning. It's an exercise in meditation, it's an exercise in inspiration, it's even an exercise in visualization, because I want you to start seeing what is possible for you every single morning that you wake up. I wrote something here that I think will benefit you. I said a daily what if list is a simple but powerful morning practice that I am introducing to you, that I'm recommending for you. Asking yourself bold, imaginative what if questions, I believe, will be able to stretch your perspective and open the door to creativity. When you wake up every morning and you ask yourself, what if today is the best day of my life? What if today the money I've been expecting comes in? What if today I was able to sell to more than 100 customers? What if today my health improved and I became better? Those are bold, imaginative questions that I want you to start asking yourself every single day. See, instead of living in yesterday's assumptions, if that had happened, you are priming your mind to see possibilities today. All right, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not yet here. You are now priming your mind to see what is possible for you today, to see what is probable for you today that could shape the bigger tomorrow that you are looking for. Yes, you've lived yesterday, but today is a brand new day. So I want you to start this habit of asking yourself what if questions. Even find a notepad and write some what if list on them as you wake up in the morning. See, there are 5 major wisdom I want to share with you today. And the first one is, what if questions will shift your mindset from limitation to possibility. It will be able to shift your mind from limitation to possibility. Most what if questions we ask are rooted in fear. What if I fail? What if it did not work out? What if I went there and they did not accept me? What if I applied for that interview and I was not picked? What if? Most of the time when we ask what if questions, they are rooted in fear. And that is the perspective I want to shift today. That is the perspective I want to shift this week. Flip the script. Flip the what if you've been asking yourself. What if I succeed beyond my wildest dream? What if I succeed beyond expectations? What if I make myself and my family proud? That is you flipping the script from failure rooted what ifs to possibility, to potential, to positivity rooted what ifs. That is exactly what I want us to think about. That is the first wisdom I'm bringing to you. Shift from limitation to possibility. Another one is train your brain to think creatively. That is one of the benefit of asking this positively oriented what if. You are training your brain to think creatively. The mind, you need to know, is like a search engine. It's like Google. It's like search engine. It's like Binge. The mind looks for answers to whatever it is that you're asking it. If you ask what if I fail, the mind will be looking for answers to corroborate that thought process that say you will fail. When you are asking yourself, what if I succeed in this endeavor, your mind is looking for things that will support that particular feeling. It's looking for evidences in your past successes, in your past ambitions, in your past goals that you are able to achieve to support that part of what if. That's an aspect of what if. So it's important for you to know that your mind is like Google. It is searching for answers to whatever it is that you are asking it. Bold what ifs will make your brain to stretch for creative solutions. when you ask what ifs that are bold, what if I was able what if I'm able to get the grant of $100,000? What will happen? And you start dreaming about it, and you start seeing the possibility of what that particular huge amount of money will do for you, will do for your family, will do for your business, will do for your impact. That is bold what ifs. What if I got first class in my undergraduate degrees? What if I got distinction in my master's? What if I got distinctions in my PhD? What if I had 5 offers of scholarship to PhD level in international studies? What ifs? Those are bold what ifs that will open up the possibility that is for you, what is possible for you. You'll be able to see it. It will help you to look for creative solutions. That is what I'm recommending to you. That is one of the benefits of asking and listing the what ifs. And also, you start asking small questions. It shifts in a big way. What if is a small question, but it will shift your mind in a bigger way? What if I reach out to one person today who could change my career? That is a small question that will cause a big ripple. It will cause a big shift in your day-to-day interaction. It will cause a big shift in your career. Can you ask that question today? What if I reach out to 2 people that could change my career today? What if I speak to one more customer before I sleep tonight? What if I reach out on WhatsApp to one more vendor so that I'll be able to get this stock for cheap and sell it for profit? What if? That small question can cause big shift, and that is what I want you to start thinking about. That is the wisdom I'm placing on your laps today. That is the conversation I want you to start having. And the 4th wisdom is, what if questions will turn your ideas into experiment. It will turn your ideas into experiment. You start experimenting with different ideas. What if I succeed? What if I was able to buy that my dream car? What if I got into my new house? What if before this year runs out, I got a deal that gave me 150 million naira per annum? What if? Those things is priming your brain to turn ideas into experiments. You don't just imagine, you test those ideas. The moment you ask yourself, what if I speak to one person today that could change my career? What do? You pick up your phone, you scroll through the one person that you know if you speak to, they have the potential to change your career. What do? You send them the message. You give them a call, you send them a DM, you initiate the contact. You don't just dream. I'm not saying just dream and then you drop it and then go about your daily business. No, you need to change. The moment you ask what is possible, your brain will start looking for answers. The moment your brain comes up with some suggestions, boom, experiment with them. Experiment with the suggestions that your brain came up with. That is how you turn your what ifs to, whoa, it has come to pass. That is how you turn it. Do you understand me? It has worked for me, and that is what I'm recommending to you, because it will definitely work for you. And finally, this week, it's important to know that, see, a what if becomes powerful only when you take a small step towards it. And see, you need to stack your what ifs. All right, for you to grow, you need to keep stacking it. You need to keep stacking your what ifs. Build a running list of what ifs over time. Don't just do 3-4 what ifs and then call it a day. Your dream is big. Your potential is massive. Stack your what ifs. What if I succeed? What if I traveled abroad? What if I had scholarships everywhere? What if? Do you understand? Stack it. That is how you grow massively. Renewing it every week will show you the evolution of your thinking. You discover that you are not asking this type of what if again. Your what if has graduated to a better one. Your what if has graduated to a greater one. And that is what the stacking of what ifs will help you see. You will see that the moment you review it every single week, it shows how your thinking has evolved. It shows the progress you are making. It shows the progress you are making, and that is what I want you to do this week. That is my suggestion to you this week. See, you need to have a daily what if list. All right, go this week, start a daily what if list. Imagine bold possibilities every morning as you wake up, so that you'll be able to prime your mind for creativity. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.